Hello, my name is Olga Vitkovska and you're watching InstaForex News. After mixed trading this month, the Canadian dollar should strengthen again soon. As well as other commodity currencies, the Canadian dollar was under the pressure from the part of fears regarding the sovereign debt and concerns of the world's economic recovery. The total outflow of investors' funds from the markets of risky assets led to the decrease of the Canadian dollar by more than 5% against the US dollar during last week. However, presently the Bank of Canada prepares to rise the interest rates and the activity growth in the Canadian economy continues to accelerate significantly within the framework of the recovery. Amid this situation, the Canadian dollar more than ever is attractive for purchase. This week, the Organization of the Economic Cooperation and Development joined the appeals concerning the advance of the interest rates by the Bank of Canada during next meeting, which will be held on the 1st of June. The recent data on the activity in the economy of Canada, including the report on the retail sales, turned out to be more favorable than it was expected. Besides, the data on consumer prices pointed to the fact that the core inflation is rather steady, as the OECD noted. As against to other leading world economies, including the USA, the authorities of Canada rather confidently state the V-shaped revival of the Canadian economy. The Canadian banks also provide investors with some basis for the positive attitude. Due to the cautious crediting, the rescue during the credit crisis was not needed to the Canadian banks, as for other organizations. As a result, Canada did not realize the unprecedented financing program, whereas the budget deficit of the country is only 2.7% of the GDP. This is the lowest level for the G7. China is one more valid reason in order to buy again the Canadian dollar. The People's Bank of China is intended to diversify its international reserves from the US dollar and probably also from the euro, the perspectives of which look unfavorable. Thereby, the Canadian dollar can be in favorable position. By all means, any growth of the Canadian dollar in favor of the parity with the US dollar should not meet with the resistance. However, the Bank of Canada most probably will welcome such strengthening if it helps to weaken the inflationary pressure. Be in touch with the world of finance and watch InstaForex News. Goodbye!